What's up, traders? Today we're going to do some price action breakdowns on Bitcoin. I totally missed this move down here when Bitcoin pulled in perfectly to this demand zone, retesting at 1075 level. And who would have thought we double bottomed at that level on a daily? The higher time frame trend was completely still intact, being supported by this daily 200 period moving average with this nice cloud right here. We fell below it briefly, but the long-term uptrend is still intact. I'm definitely, if we ever pull back all the way down here, definitely looking to take some nice 3R, 4R longs just like this. Like if you were able to get in on this double bottom, let's say you didn't catch the first bottom, but this one you say, hey, okay, I like how this is looking right now. We got a double bottom in a demand zone in the uptrend. That's enough confluence for me to take a long. At the peak, you would have been up about 3R, which is an absolutely excellent return if you would have been targeting this supply zone right here. I had concerns because we had this double bottom support here. Double bottoms are extremely strong levels, working both ways. So one bottom, two bottom, we fell below it, retested it, and look what happened on the day that we retested it. The very next day, massive liquidation candle that eclipsed 1, 2, 3 days of price action and took out that swing low. So anyone who was going long in this area got completely washed out. So we know that there was liquidity here, and this is a demand zone. So that's kind of like why I really love limit orders, because a lot of the times when you're placing limit orders at these key levels, like this was a key level right here. If you were placing your limit order right here, guess whose stop loss your entry is? Everybody who went long over here. Everybody who went long, their stop loss is where? Right down there. If you entered anywhere down in this area, your entry is their stop loss, and it would have played out beautifully this time. So I love playing off of these key levels because if it held one time, two times, three times, four times, even though we broke through on this time, this was clearly resistance right here, guys. Like this was resistance. Look at this rejection candle. Like this is resistance. Look at this candle. Look how smashed it is. This candle opened here, went all the way up to retest this key level, retest the MAs on the daily time frame, retest a supply zone that broke structure over here, smashed. Listen, when I say that's a 10 out of 10 on a signal to go short, it is. And we got a little bit of follow through, followed by Uno reverse bullish engulfing candle. So trading is this thing where you have to constantly adapt to the new market information that's being presented in front of you. And as good as a setup looks, it's gonna change. The expected value of that trade is gonna change over time. Consistently is going to change over time, and you're gonna have to deal with the constant changing of market conditions. Like we're still bullish right now, clearly. And that's why we broke this level. That's why we broke back above this level, because if the bears were really in control, when we retested this level for 2 times right here, one time, second time, when we retested that level, we would have flushed all the way back down to this level, breaking structure, going all the way back down. That's a fact. Like when bears are in control, they are pushing the price to exactly where they want it to go. But we know that they're not in control because look at the trend. Like look at this long-term trend. It's going straight up since we I mean, if you want to count all this, that's true as well. But even since we broke this supply line, got back above this level and then rocketed back up, it's been straight up. So I'm looking for buys because we just broke a key level. Ideally, I want to take buys off of this key level right here, this 1125 level. For those who don't know, I trade quarter level, so I am sniping positions at exactly where I want to get in, and I'm scaling in over time to match the expected value as the trade evolves. But this is looking good. Moving averages are curling up. we got a key level right here. As far as I'm concerned, this is as valid as any level to be taking buys off of. And as far as targets, I think a minimum of a 2 to 1 is good. But ideally, if this is a trend trade and if we are really breaking out right here, like we have this downtrend right here, the supply line, retest, look, supply line, we broke the supply line. So now we want Bitcoin to pull back and retest this level and then go and just keep on going down on this trend. So we want something like this, retest this level, fail, come back down here. Ideally you want a double bottom, but who knows, we might end up getting something like this where we get a higher level. And then ideally we just want Bitcoin to just keep doing this and just keep going and keep going and keep going. And then we just, you know, you could either sell into strength or trail your stop loss. But that's kind of like what I'm looking for when it comes for trades on Bitcoin. This is a no-brainer for me. Like, this is a great level. There also comes the idea what could happen is that this level fails, and either it completely fails or we get a stop run. So just kind of like here where we bottomed out and then we was continuing, but then we retested and failed. That could always happen too, and then I'm always on the lookout for that. But that's why position sizing and scaling is so important. I never really go in with my full size immediately, because you will definitely get clapped with these limit order entries, because so every strategy, if you have a strategy that usually has a pretty high win rate, you're usually giving up reward. And limit orders are a strategy where depending on how far you want the market to move, it's from my experience of trading this exact way for years now, at least three years now that I've been trading quarter levels. Usually this is like a lower probability strategy, but you can change that by scaling in, and also change that by not going in with your full position. But regardless, I would say that this is a strategy that's a lower probability but higher R multiple. So with that being said, you definitely want to hold your trades longer, because you're getting in sometimes at the very bottom of trades. Like, I have so many screenshots. Like, go watch a Confident Trader trading course on YouTube. Go check out my Discord. I have complete sniper entries all the time, and that's because I enter at these very specific levels. Do they always hold? Hell no, they don't always hold. But when they do hold, you can definitely get some amazing runners. I mean, for instance, if you want to think about the trade that I just had with FWOG coin, FWOG. Like, you can see with FWOG coin, my entry was this key level right here, which is a psych level. I want to say it's 40 cent or 4 cent. So my entry was right here, and I scaled in, boom, boom. And then I've been taking profit each time it touches these key levels, which is psychological level. So 425 and then 45. I was kind of aggressively taking profit because Bitcoin was approaching resistance, and I wasn't really sure if it would hold. So I just was clipping. But like, you sell into strength is how you get the best price. And I'm always selling into strength, trying to get the best price. So with Bitcoin, I'm definitely looking for that higher low to come in to this key level, so that we can rocket ship all the way back up to all-time highs, preferably. We also need to check the dominance. So Bitcoin dominance is getting absolutely smoked right now, and it's very steep pullback, and it doesn't look like it's going to be recovering anytime soon. Like, right now it's rejecting this 57.5 level. It could come back up here. Something to be concerned about if you're in altcoin trades is that if we start to get a break and a retest and we start trending like this, that means Bitcoin's getting stronger and altcoins are getting weaker. So you definitely want to watch out for that one when it comes to your altcoin longs. As of now, the confluence score is pretty red, so I wouldn't worry about it too much right at the moment. When we look at the dollar, because we have to compare the strength of Bitcoin to the dollar the dollar seems to be bottoming out at this level at the moment. The last thing that happened is it was getting smashed on Friday, so it could be following to break this level. It could be getting some follow through to break this level. We had like this counter trend here, and then it broke this level, supply. So when it comes to risk on assets like Bitcoin, I think we're still in a pretty good position. I think the dollar is going to continue to collapse. The Federal Reserve is going to be cutting interest rates this month, and I think that that's going to be pretty bearish for the dollar. I think we're going to see a continuation of a nice break and retest on the dollar, where we get something like this. And if the dollar continues to trend downwards just like that, then we're definitely going to be seeing some bullish price action on Bitcoin, for absolutely sure. That's why I'm pretty long on both Bitcoin right now, even on my long-term investment bags. I got auto buys set up because I think this is the play right here. I think our economy is in a tough position. The Federal Reserve is in a tough position. They're going to continue to debase the value of our currency, and unfortunately, that means that your purchasing power is going to get eroded. So it's like you have to invest. You have to take care of your money. You have to do stuff like putting your money and what things that might be considered risky, but like if BlackRock is buying Bitcoin every freaking day and all these other Bitcoin trusts are popping up left and right, then one would assume that it's pretty clear that this has some type of value, and it shouldn't be considered something that is, well, you're gonna lose all your money and blah blah blah. Like, you know what's best for your money. So I say that, just do your own research, but also know that the unknown is an edge. I preach that a lot in the course, that free course. Like, the unknown is the edge. When everybody knows, then it's actually accurately priced in. When nobody knows, then that's when you have the most edge. So that's my trade setup that I'm looking for right now on Bitcoin. If you would like to get my exact entry, when I enter, exactly when I exit, then you might want to join the Discord server. The link is in the description box below. I will see y'all in the next one.